So Christy, could you share what innovations or expansions are planned for the FINEOS employer market offering?
Sure. I'd say continued innovation and looking at automation for the future. So we have a lot of automation built in, but how do we continue to embed more automation within the system? Like you said, it's just so complex. It's always changing. So how do we help users with that without having to take on the complexity themselves? So things like being able to, increase configuration for straight-through processing of cases. So, maybe you might have an absence case that, it's going to be a pretty straightforward case that, somebody might have to be out to care for their mother for 2 weeks and they're eligible and they have all their availability. Just being able to configure so that those types of cases can just be automatically reviewed with more of a low-touch process of having the system look at, here's the documentation, it's complete. Case manager or HR manager, can you please look at just what's in there as one final look, and then push one button to make a determination. So looking at those types of things. Also continuing to look at, are there other ways to help also within the, looking at patterns of leave, so that can also feed HR and help HR feed that into different divisions on, okay, here's the patterns of leave that are happening. It seems like you have more people going out either in the summer or towards the end of the year or at the beginning of the year. Especially in those situations like a healthcare provider or manufacturing organizations, that's important because you need people there. So being able to plan staffing around those types of things. And then also feeding up just more information around their workload that their team has within the HR department for the different cases that are out there, so that again, they can plan and make sure that they're working on the most important tasks at the right time. So that's one piece. The other piece that I'm really excited about is we're making some enhancements to our accommodation system. We're really kind of putting it through basically a redesign. We have an accommodation system today, but a lot has evolved in that space too by having all the state pregnancy accommodations come on. Just need continue to evolve with that space. So some things that will be coming out with this design at the end of the year is having more integration with the absences. So we know, unfortunately, there's a lot that happens throughout the life of a case. So somebody, might exhaust their all of their job protected leaves for 2 or 3 weeks, and then now they're gaining time back in a job protected plan. And so now you need to start running that again. So taking that and automating that so that the person that's managing that case doesn't have to set a task to go back and look and see if they've gained time back and put that time in, and then put them back on an accommodation again once that time exhausts again. So that's a really exciting piece of it. More configuration too, just within the process, because we know every employer has a different way of needing to run their accommodations program. Of course, we all have the AAA that we have to abide by, but then there's some processes internally that each employer has to go through. So adding more of that configuration so that you can manage specific to your own processes internally. And then finally, we've also set it up so that our accommodations module can be purchased on its own, so that, a lot of times an employer might have their absence outsourced, but still keeping the accommodations process internally to be managed, because there's a lot of nuance there, and there still has to be a lot of interaction between, manager, employee, HR. So being able to have a platform that they can use to be more efficient with that process, but not needing the whole absence approach is also something that can be leveraged as well. So those are the big things that we're focused on this year that I'm excited to come out at the end of the year. And then going into next year and beyond, we have some more automation that we'll be delivering as well.